Hello everyone, my name is Elfie, and in today's video I wanted to take another look at SafeMoon, and particularly I wanted to look at it right now as it seems to be in some sort of consolidation, and therefore I wanted to compare it to previous cycles, because if we look closer in a second we can see that there's a very clear cycle pattern going on here. And I am a big fan of these cycle patterns because they can be predicted pretty well, at least approximately a somewhat accurate prediction can be obtained from these. So as I've drawn here the yellow line, we can see that I've drawn this before, and I tried to copy the pattern that has formed here in the candles. And if we look at the cycle before the previous one, we can see that a very similar pattern is happening here as well. And right now it seems to be in some sort of pattern again, very similar to this one and this one. If we zoom in further, we could essentially have another similar pattern right here, and it is somehow similar as it is forming the double top, as we can see over here as well. And then there's a large consolidation, we can see that here, and there's one mini upwards motion. I guess we could compare that to this one, and the rest of the smaller changes are very similar as well. So if we then look at the previous pattern, it follows the same path with a double top, a larger consolidation, which ranges from mostly 60%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so around 60% consolidation. And if we look back, we can see that this is about a 50% consolidation, and then at this one there was a 70% consolidation. So it fluctuates between 50 to 70%. If we now look at our current cycle, we can see that from the top, which was around 90, if I'm not mistaken, to the bottom is a 65% consolidation, and that is still in accordance with our previous pattern. If we then look forward, we can see that the current pattern is respecting a major trend line over here, and it is in a downward trend line as well, which it has respected, which it is respecting currently. Sorry. So what I predict will happen next is nothing too interesting, to be honest. It might drop slightly. It might drop to let's see. Okay, that's actually quite a lot. So there might be a slightly larger consolidation where it drops about 30 to 40% still. This might happen, but that is still perfectly fine, because we are keeping within the cycle. And then if we move on upwards, we can see that this consolidation might take a little longer if we compare it to the pattern, at least. So it might take around 2 weeks, perhaps even longer. But I'm fairly certain we can see a strong upwards movement somewhere in the future. Also because this is just a really solid project, and the developers are working very hard to realize their goals. As far as I'm aware, 40% or more of the total amount of tokens has already been burned. So in the future we can expect more burns, which means that the price must go up as well. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope this video was helpful.